Hey, everybody. Here we are again. Oh, I'll be so happy when all this is over. Oh, my goodness. I got to find out, do I have sound? Do I have sound? I do. All right. Well, folks, when bad men do bad things and good men sit by and let it happen, generation after generation after generation, we find ourselves in the position we're in today, where fear is the controlling factor. Fear is controlling virtually everyone, as far as I can tell. Even those who say they have no fear, that's a lie. That is a lie. You see, fear is controlling virtually everyone. And nobody knows that better than me. I'm literally one of the most feared men on this planet, and it's ridiculous. Look at me. I'm an old man. I'm one of the most feared men on this planet. Why? Do I have some kind of magical power? No. What I have is information, and I bring it forward, and I expose the evil and the corruption, and I call these parasites out by name. Highest levels in the corporate United States government to the lowest levels in the United States corporate governments, states, counties, cities. And I never wanted to do this. I never wanted to do this. I had no desire to be a public face. I've been a pretty private man most of my life. I never liked crowds, not big crowds. I don't like going to big parties. I don't like going to concerts. It's just never appealed to me. And so over the course of the last couple of years, I've done a lot of reaching out. I've made a lot of contacts. And for those of you who've been following along, you know that no one with a platform of any size, no one with any name recognition, no medical provider, no parasite bar attorney, no big name. Nobody will come forward and tell you my story because they are afraid. And this is why we're in the situation that we're in today, folks. Now, I'm real disappointed in Christopher James, Warrior Calls. See, last year, I think it was the month of June. I'm like 99.999% sure it was the month of June. I'm not going to look. Close enough. Close enough. And someone that's close enough to Christopher James to be able to communicate with them tells me, Ethan, we love you. Thank you. Thank you. We talked with Christopher. He's busy for a couple of weeks. We're going to have you on. We're excited for this. It didn't happen. And I'm told that as time goes on, I've been told that multiple times. Christopher James, where are you, bro? It's all right. It's all right. Nobody else will do it either, Christopher. Not yet. Not yet. See, it's real tough being a patriot, and I know Christopher knows that. It takes a lot of guts to do what he does. It takes some chutzpah to get up and be a public face. But being a two-faced liar isn't good for anybody, especially if you're a public face. I just don't know what to do, folks. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I can do except just keep documenting, keep bringing it forward, keep pushing, keep fighting as long as I can. I'm done reaching out to any of these truthers, digital warriors, freedom fighters. I ain't doing it no more. Any of you get the balls, you get the cojones, you get the chutzpah, you get the sand, you get a little steel in your spine, you get that come to Jesus moment, go ahead and reach out. But I'm done. I'm done chasing after you half-truthers, flat-out liars, two-faced pussies. Every man knows fear. Any man that tells you he's not afraid, I will question that. That's going to be a very unusual man to actually have no fear. That's going to be a man that is so aligned with his creator. His energies are so true. He can live without fear. That is a very rare individual. The other type of rare individual that lives without fear is somebody that's just not quite right up here. The men who have faced the hardest situations in history and have survived them, will tell you honestly, they were scared. They were frightened. But they overrode their fear They got past that fright and they fought, or they stood, or they refused to back down, and they did what was right. And this is what we need to do. All of us. So you get so many people telling you they're going to do something and they don't do it. Telling you what to do and it don't work. All these people telling you to file paperwork into that corporate system, I think that's bad advice. You drag those parasites into your system. You are the highest authority. Period. The problem is you don't know who you are. If you knew who you were, none of these videos would be necessary. None of the paperwork that you've been doing would be necessary. We would just be living in love, peace, harmony, abundance, joy, happiness, productivity, beyond what you could imagine. But because for generations, good men have been too weak to stand, to fight, to do the right thing, we find ourselves in the situation that we're in today. I don't want to be calling people out, but God dang it, someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. I'm going to be back soon. I'm going to do a part 2 on your right to the courts as prosecutor. Yeah, your right to the court as prosecutor. You need to know who you are. You need to know what your authority is. And more and more and more, I hear that out of these oh my goodness, all these public faces, a lot of public faces. They're telling you what your authority is. And now you got some of these guys, they're talking about the corporate courts, corporate government. That's good. So I say every tool in the toolbox. If you can only fight half the fight, and then you're going to go run and hide, well, then fight half the fight, go run and hide. We'll take that. That's better than no fighting. That's better than nothing. It's tough to be a patriot. It is. But you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Right? All right. Well, hopefully this is going to be the last broadcast about a patriot fighter that I got commitments and then they back off. Hopefully this is the last one. Because I'm all about being positive. I'm Christopher James. Keep on doing what you're doing, bro. You got enough chutzpah to talk about the bar. That's good. Keep it up. Keep it up. We're going to come out of this, folks. We are going to come out of this. I am, at this point, very convinced that there is a global military operation. We're under martial law. That the evil that has controlled us has lost its grip. And that almost everything we know is a lie. So I'm ready for some truth. I'm ready to see this evil go. And we got to make sure that we dig up all the roots right to the tips. And that we burn this evil in the hottest fires to make the purest ash and crush it into oblivion and cast it at the feet of our Creator so he can kick it straight down the pits of hell where it belongs. And then seal that sucker up for eternity. But you people you gotta be willing to stand. You gotta be willing to fight. Right now, you're not. But there are those that are. And as you begin to see it, well, you'll start getting a little bit braver then. But don't ever forget. Don't ever forget where we've been and just how scared you are. We don't ever want this again, do we? No, we don't. I got a couple real big personal battles in front of me, and damn county's coming to take my property, take my home. The corruption here in Kalkaska is over the top. And it's all top down. And these parasites here, they're all scared. These village idiots, the village of Kalkaska, full of village idiots. And I'm going to see that they pay. I'm going to see that they pay for their crimes against humanity. This isn't about me. It's not about me. It's about us. These sons of bitches are human trafficking. They're torturing. They're intimidating. They're imprisoning. They're enslaving. And this boy ain't going to stand for it. I don't stand for it. Neither should you. All right, everybody. Stay safe. Be smart. Toughen up. Remember, I love you. I'm fighting for you. I ain't ever going to stop until my last breath. I'll be back. We're going to talk more about the courts and who you are and what your authority is.